Good afternoon. Quite excited to be here, especially after listening to the two panels for revenue, which was all about personalization. I want to take you on the new customer journey, which is powered by Playmaker, which is Duetto's new application for personalization. We at Duetto we believe it's about time to finally bring modern e-commerce into our industry. Why is this so important? Why do we need that? Well, please have a look at those figures. Obviously nothing new, but which was new to me is that actually from 2016 onwards, there were more hotel bookings made on OTAs than on all hotel websites in the world, which is kind of scary. And it tells us again, we need hyper-personalization to invest in our IT stack and get that market share. So what is Playmaker? What is Playmaker doing? So Playmaker actually sits on top of the Duetto revenue strategy platform and interacts and digests several data sources like CRM, IBE data, distribution, social, all in real time. We're not saying that this is kind of an easy thing to do, but this is the future. The goal is that we have a combination of personal pricing and personalized content. So in the past, we either had personalized pricing or dynamic pricing, or the personalized content. With Playmaker, we actually gonna combine that, which has never been there before. Allow me to take you on a journey. So here we have Olivia. Olivia is in her mid-30s. She's just in her dreaming phase right now, considering a trip to go to Spain. So during that journey, I actually will cover kind of 4 stages. So the one is we have a specific hotel, then we have an unknown guest, which turns into a known guest, and then the goal with every hotelier should have to have a connected guest. So Olivia, of course, is a modern traveler, so she's not going into Google and starts to look for her destination. She actually goes to the social, and this is where a lot more people are gonna go in the future. So she goes into Instagram, she goes into Facebook, and here is where we see a huge opportunity for hotels. So we have a partnership already existing here with Facebook, where we have an API with them. And the unique thing is that directly through our platform, we can shoot a real-time rate into Facebook, okay? And this rate is then displayed as an ad, and you from there can directly go onto the booking engine. It's not just that, but also having that integration, afterwards we can sell upgrades or we can sell additional packages, all on the social side. So the real power of Playmaker is now in the booking engine, okay, where you see already that we have a superior room. So we're not starting with a standard, superior, deluxe, and junior suite. Depending on who the guest is, what we know about the guest, we right away start with the right room category for the guest. So that was kind of the first thing, the content. And the second piece is that it's the dynamic rate, the personalized rate, okay? And that is the combination where we believe is, where we can increase conversion, increase revenues, and get back business from the OTAs because that's information they do not have, okay? So on the booking engine, having the opportunity to show different room type orders. If we know from someone that they have stayed this group before and always stayed in a suite, well, why should we show them a superior room? Doesn't make sense, right? Show them a suite from the get-go. And depending on the value we know about this guest, we show them a different price. It's all about like how much motivation do we have to get this guest back. If we know that they spending a lot of money at the hotel, well, let's offer them a better room rate to make sure they come back to you. So Olivia goes on her trip. She made the booking. She checks into the hotel. Here, obviously, as you've seen earlier, we have the chance to re-engage with the CRM players. We are just a data repository where data goes in and out, so we can do a lot of cool stuff here in the future together with CRMs. However, not always things are going well. So in this case, Olivia is coming to her room. She doesn't really like what she has there, and she's going to Twitter and post that online. So with the CRM player, we have a chance here. Obviously, we know her now, but it's not, we don't have her connected, obviously, right? So with the CRMs in place where we partner up with, we can now go directly in there, get this message, and put it through and react to her feedback and directly engage with her. And as you see on her face, obviously now she's happy. She got the feedback she wanted. She maybe got moved to a different room. and now she's the connected client customer we were looking for. Now she goes out to Barcelona, she explores the city, and she's obviously posting that now again on Instagram and Facebook, right? She goes back, nothing new here, right? Obviously, what you do as a good hotelier, you send out a poster email. However, the big difference now is that we have additional information about this person, right? So now we have all the information about ancillary revenues, we know the value of the guest, so we can play with that now again. And what we do is, we obviously knew the room she was staying in before, so we're gonna re-engage with that directly, and we can as well play with the rate, because this is not a rate, this is a member rate, as you can see here. So that means we are in a fenced environment. Fenced environment means we don't have any issues with rate parity, which is key, again, to get the business back from the OTAs. So what we've seen on this journey is that obviously we have a specific hotel you can target, we had an unknown guest, which turned into a known guest, and finally, Olivia is our connected guest. That's what every hotelier should try to aim for. So after looking at the journey, let me quickly show you how that looks kind of in our portfolio. So obviously we have the platform which is hosting several data. As I mentioned earlier, it's a data repository where we work with several players to get this information. The key thing is it's all in real time. Then obviously we have GameChanger, the yielding app, with Scoreboard, the reporting app, Blockbuster for groups, and then, as I mentioned earlier, on top of the booking engine and the call center, we have Playmaker, which is the personalization app, which will personalize the customer journey on several stages. What's really important is that Playmaker is for known and unknown guests. Obviously, it's a lot more powerful if you have a CRM in the background. It's for a known guest. But with retarget companies like Adara, you can already work with unknown guests to show them a personalized offer. 4 key things which you kind of should know about Playmaker. So the first one, it's all about real-time data. Everything happens in real time. Second important piece is the room type order. So as you can see here on the photos, we show a maximum of 3 room types, and it doesn't have to be the same all the time. And as I said earlier, if we know the guest is booking a suite, well, let's show the suite, and then also we have a personalized price. The third piece is it's all about personalization. So we can play with packages here, we can play with the value of the guest in order to show the right message. And then the fourth piece is it's all about testing, right? So of course all those offers are being A/B tested in order to make sure that we have the right content for the guest. Hopefully, we can soon start making some plays with your hotel groups. Thanks for listening.